guys, so today's video is going to be a get ready with me. If you're not already, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and comment down below for the wholesome algorithm. This video is brought to you by Dossier, and since right now I'm filming this at the end of completing the look, this is the last step, but therefore also the first step. I feel like smelling good is such an important part of a look or anything. Like, I will literally go to Whole Foods in my sweats that I slept in, but I will still put perfume on, and in that way I am therefore ready for the world. There's so many iconic scents out there, but low-key they can really add up, and especially if you're like me, I like to try a lot of different scents, and sometimes, you know, you don't want to spend $300 on a perfume if you don't even really know the vibes yet. So I would really recommend Dossier. All their fragrances are inspired by really iconic luxury scents, but they are so much more affordable. Some of their fragrances are as low as $29, so I wanted to show you two of my current favorites. Here's the box, super cute, iconic scents, designer quality, no markups. And can I just say, these scents really last and are really good quality. So this one is Woody Hyacinth, but this is inspired by Chanel Chance. And what's really cool about them is that not only are they affordable, but they also, all their perfumes come with a little sample that you can actually take and try on. And if you don't like the scent, you don't like how it wears on you or whatever, you can return this and keep this at no charge, which I think is so amazing. They just really want to make sure that their customer is satisfied, and I just really fuck with that. I just think that's really important, and that just shows that, like, it's not, they're not trying to scam you. They're like, literally, take it back if you don't like it. Like, we'll even give you the sample. But y'all know I love scents that smell like a man, and this really does smell like the Chance Chanel. It's so good. It's like, it's like spicy. Ooh. Spicy, but like not too overpowering. It's just amazing. I also think the bottles are so cute and just like aesthetically pleasing. So this is one of my favorites. And then another one that I got that I also love is Woody Sandalwood. So both the Woody scents. And this one is inspired by the Le Labo Santal 33. Oh my god, this one also is very like woody obviously, but it's a little sweeter. I love this one as well. Like, it's a little more feminine. I'm gonna mix them, I don't care. This one's probably my favorite. Like, oh my god, it's like fruity, not fruity, but like sweet and spicy, and it's just the perfect blend. These don't smell cheap. You know, they don't have that really artificial, like, gross smell, at least to me. They smell very luxurious. They smell like the perfumes that they're inspired by. So I would definitely recommend that you check Dossier out. I have a discount code for you guys on top of them being so cheap, so I will link them down below. I shouldn't say cheap, I should say affordable, because they're literally like luxury fragrances. Thank you so much to them for coming through. If you decide to get them, let me know which scent you get. Again, this is Woody Sandalwood, and the other one was Woody Hyacinth. So definitely check them out, and let's get started with the get ready with me. Okay, y'all. So makeup trends have changed a lot. I feel like we've gone from this very almost extreme, just very heavy makeup to like this a lot more natural, less is more vibe. And I wonder how much of that is just, you know, trends naturally changing, but then also just with the pandemic, I feel like I, as well as a lot of people I've seen, have really gotten over wearing a lot of makeup. It just feels so heavy on my skin now. And yeah, sometimes I'll do it, like sometimes I'll do a full face, but even my full face, like full coverage foundation, it's still just a lot different than like 2016, 2017. So I'm just gonna be bringing you through my look these days. We're gonna start out with a primer. My skin hasn't been dry, but certain areas have been. So I'm gonna use this face oil. I don't know if it's even a primer, but I feel like it does give me a little bit of like a glow. Okay, so how y'all doing? I feel like I haven't done a chatty kind of sit down video like this in a minute. Y'all know I love the vlogs, and I'm so glad that y'all do as well. I've said it before, but you know, so many of you tell me that I've helped you get through the pandemic, which is amazing. Like, I love that. That's literally part of why I do this, but bitch, I also do it because y'all help me. I just feel like we have such a cool, I should use a better word. We have such an uplifting community, I feel, and I just really fuck with that. I feel like I've always had that, like no matter what stage my channel has been in. And there's some of you that have been around since the old days, but I feel like especially now, I don't know, maybe it's just like I know who I am more, so therefore the people I attract are a little more specific. Anyway, we have a cold brew today. Shout out to Benny for getting me this cup. I haven't really been having my coffee sweet. like the coffee I make at home's, and I sweetened it today, and it's kind of like, so the plan for this video is chit chatty, but also kind of walking you through my current makeup and talking about the makeup trends. So we're gonna do a little of both. I need to get more of this. I want to get the full size, but this fucking gel, loves it. I'm sure y'all have seen this, and I feel like I was kind of trying to do this like last year sometime. Was that last year or like 2019? But like the soap brow, but I find that this is just so much better. So I take my spoolie, and I'm sure y'all have seen this. So I'm basically just gonna brush all my eyebrow hairs up. I kind of find that I can just brush them over, and this way I can be a little more precise instead of just the makeup wipe like. But yeah, the goal is to kind of make it look what's that called, laminated. I should just get that done, honestly, but this is just so easy. So yeah, you just kind of have to play with it. I just found the soap brow to be so like thick and kind of gross, honestly. But this, like the gel just wipes right away. It doesn't get like chunky. Then I'll just carve it with concealer, and typically that's all I need to do. Like I don't need to go and fill it in at all. I'm gonna play with it until it's how I want it, but yeah. Oh, this is so good. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some life updates. Not even really updates, it's kind of an update. The update is that there's no updates. The same girl kept commenting, a few of you have asked, but this one girl is like very dedicated in asking like what's the cat update, which thank you for your investment, honestly. I feel like I've said it here and there, which maybe she just didn't see, and I feel like I've said it like on live a couple times, just because I feel like it was taking so long for anyone to get back to me. I just didn't feel like the process was like flowing, and I don't know if I'm gonna move after this lease is up, which we're gonna get to that in a second, but I was just kind of like, okay, let me wait. Like there was no cat that was like, I was like, oh my god, I know that's the one. I mean, yeah, any of them, if they had actually responded, probably would have been fine, but it just, I don't know, it's just like when you have that feeling, you just know. So it's not like I'm over it or like, oh yeah, I'm over that phase, but I'm just kind of like, okay, let me just chill, be realistic, and you know, I will find the right one when the time is right. So as for my apartment situation, I mean, it's not really a situation, I'm just like, what should I do after my lease is up? I'm basically just trying to like live my life until it gets closer. Y'all saw I did post a couple apartment tours, and I knew at the time like it's a little early to be thinking about this. Like my lease isn't up, like my lease was probably halfway over at that point, like in January, and I think just that new year, new me energy too. I was like, let me just see what's out there. So I went into that kind of knowing, so it's not like, oh yeah, I'm over that too, but it's just like, let me chill until the time comes. And chill as in like, okay, let me not like overthink it. Obviously, y'all know I'm a planner, like I like to plan everything, know everything in advance, and like I'm not a spur of the moment type of girl, I'm just not. But it's like I want to still enjoy. I don't want to be thinking about the future so much that it like prohibits me from enjoying my time here. So, okay, so here's the brows. We're gonna take our concealer with a little brush and just carve them out. Simply the best. Yeah, I was thinking like, oh, I should tour some apartments like by the beach, because a few people asked me why I don't do that. So I was like, you know, if anything, it'll be a good video. Like, I don't know, even if I end up deciding no. I think because downtown is just newer in the sense that like, as far as being residential and pretty much like gentrified, there's a lot of like high rises and like a little, just, they're a little more modern. So I don't know, I just found that like looking for places by the beach, it's like their websites didn't allow you to book a self-tour, or like, I don't know, it was just, and obviously it's not like I went and did every single place, but I literally just remember one morning I was like, let me look, and then I was like, oh, I'll come back to that, and I just never did. But yeah, like I said before, I just don't think I want to do that. I don't know, the vibe is just very different over there, and I don't really think it's me right now. Don't get me wrong, love visiting there from time to time, but I'm a motherfucking city girl now. But I'm also like, do I move home for a little bit and like kind of just save some money, since why be in a big city if, I mean, like some stuff is open now, but it's not like, I don't know, I feel like you move to a big city to like network, meet people, etc., and it's a little hard to do that these days. So I'm like, I could also use this opportunity to fucking save money, get my driver's license. I really want to get I think it's called a septoplasty, but you know when people are like, oh, I have breathing problems, so that's why I got my nose done. I actually have breathing problems. I like my nose. I don't want to change my nose, but the inside of it is fucked up. It's been like that since I was a little kid, and I don't know if it's just like the dry air here really brings it out, but I just like, oh, I'm a fucking mouth breather, y'all. It's so annoying. Like whenever I'm editing a video of me, like even right now, I'm sure I'm gonna be editing this like, oh my god, I'm fucking breathing through my mouth. It's always been an issue. Like it's hard for me to breathe at night. Like so I'm like, I could also go do that. Not that I couldn't do that here, but I don't know. So that's kind of another idea I'm like playing with. And I think what's really cool about my situation right now is that like maybe some of you can relate to, you know, when you are young and you don't have, you know, I don't know, you're not married, you don't have kids, you don't have anything you're really tied down to in that sense. You kind of have the freedom to like do whatever you want. I'd be forgetting how young I am too, but I really try not to like think of it like that because I would rather be over prepared for the future than like under. Anyway, so that's kind of like my life update. Here's the brow though. Like they're not super dramatic, you know, but it's just a little more lifted and like natural and a little more fluffy than the olden days. The Anastasia fucking brow pomade days. Okay, so my all-time favorite foundation is this Dermablend Flawless Creator, but it's not like it's super heavy, but it's definitely full coverage, and I just feel like even this sometimes I just don't need that. So I've been loving this tinted SPF from My Shell, but it is a little greasy, I found, so don't love all the time. This CC cream from Arobian, I think that's how you say it. I love it, so let me show y'all. It goes on white and then like adjust to your skin tone, so I mean that works for me, but it's like, how many people is this really gonna work for? Maybe they have different shades, maybe, I don't know. But I just love the finish that this has. Like it's glowy without being greasy like some of the tinted sunscreens I've tried. Anyway, so yeah, I never want to be like, oh, the pandemic was a blessing. I just feel like that's very like ignorant to so many people who went through like horrible circumstances. But I will say that as far as like the staying in the house part, not having the distraction of going out, you'll probably heard me say this, but it definitely does. I feel like it's just made me a lot almost like more in tune with who I am, what I want, and making decisions for like me. And it's like, it's not like I wasn't doing that before, but I don't know, it's just different when you have like so much time alone. Why am I using this brush in my desk? I don't know. Love sharing this with you guys just because a lot of you have been on this journey with me. This journey, that sounds like a little dramatic, but like just this journey of life, I guess. Like a lot of you saw me fucking in high school making videos in my room and then moving or whatever the fuck I was doing. So it's just kind of cool that a lot of us have like grown up together in that sense. So I am gonna do some under eye, but first of all, do you see this? It's like glowy. Actually, wait. I've been super into just like liquid or cream products. I'm actually gonna take this CoverGirl. They sent me PR and they sent me like so many colors, which I feel like a lot of brands actually stopped doing that. But I gave some to my friends, like whoever would match the tone. But I did keep this one because it's like the perfect contour shade for me, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of orange, but I'm gonna start with this. I just love a really natural, like glowy, bronzy look. Y'all know we just put it up here. Somebody asked me to talk about workout motivation or gym motivation. Honestly, y'all, the force yourself method. But I think also for me, it always helps. This is too orange, fuck. It always helps to have specific goals, because at least for me, like then it's something I can work towards. You know, they always say, oh, when making like resolutions or whatever, like have tangible things. Like don't just say, oh, I want to work out more. Say, I want to work out for this amount of time, this many days per week, or I want to lose this amount of weight or inches, or I want to gain this amount. So that helps. And then also for me, like I just know that I feel so much better when I'm moving my body in some way. And once you can get into the habit of it, then when you don't do it, you're like, damn, I feel like off. Having another reason just besides the fact that you want to look a certain way, because that can get discouraging, you know, that takes time. So having another reason, like, oh, this is gonna make me feel good, or this is a way to relieve stress or whatever, like that is something that will affect you now versus like, oh, I want to look like this. That could take months, you know, and you can get there, but it's not that immediate reward. But yeah, let me know what you guys do to stay motivated. It can definitely be hard, especially these days, because gyms are closed. So it's like, ew. Some people work really well with like a trainer. I don't know. I just feel like, you know, being somewhere other than my living room is a little more motivating, but we still get it done. And even with that, like, I feel like there's so many things that I've done workout wise or fitness wise that I probably wouldn't have done if it wasn't for, you know, me being forced to, like doing yoga regularly, doing abs regularly. I would never really do that before. Y'all feel me. I wish this concealer was a little lighter. Sometimes I won't even do under eye concealer, but I kind of feel like I have makeup under my eye. Let's just put more makeup over it. Less is more, people. Sometimes it's just like, okay, if someone FaceTimes me, I just want to look good for that, you know? Cream blush. I love this cream blush by CoverGirl in the shade Butterflies. It's not too dark because I feel like, I don't know, I'm not a huge blush person. I've definitely gotten more into it once I learned the techniques of like how to do it to make your face actually look more snatched. I'm like, oh my god, here for that. Do I have a different brush? I remember, like, this was like the old days, but when Michelle Phan told everyone to put on their foundation with a blush brush, that's like you had to be there. Oh my god, dude, all these fucking memories. Like the Coastal Scents palette, the NYX makeup jumbo eye pencil and Milk. This is just hitting. I do want to do a full, like, however many years, it's been 2 years since Accutane, but I don't know if anyone like really cares. I will say it's crazy how much I take my skin for granted now. Like, fuck, bronzer in the crease. I still definitely get pimples here and there, but it's just like normal. I feel like it's like, oh, if it's around my period I might get one. Like, I always tend to get one like here, but it's like 1 or 2. Like, before it was just so out of control. It was like embarrassing, you know, to like go without makeup. Or I just remember when I would go to the gym, and that was like kind of around when I was first going to the gym by myself, so I was already dealing with like that kind of lack of confidence and like trying. But then it would be like, I didn't want to work out with makeup because I didn't want to make my skin worse, but then it was like, oh my god, so embarrassing. It's just crazy. Like, I'm so far from that now. Literally one of the best decisions I've ever made. I don't know what I would have done without it. If you're thinking about it, like, I don't know, I'm not gonna like give you advice. I also was just really lucky and like didn't really have that bad of side effects. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Accutane is like a prescription drug that you take that basically gets rid of your acne. But it's like, you have to sign, especially if you're a female, you have to like sign all these forms and like either be on 2 forms of birth control or promise to be abstinent. You like can't get pregnant on it or you'll fucking get sued or something. Like, your baby will have birth defects. Some people have like really horrible side effects, like all their joints hurt, they can't drink any alcohol, or they'll like fucking die of dehydration. I did not even experience any of that. Like, my lips were dry and that was the main thing. And I never had to wash my hair pretty much. Like, I did, but I low-key miss being on it. Like, my skin was so perfect. I didn't have any blackheads or pores or like anything. And like, obviously I fuck with my skin now. I'm actually getting some laser facials, like resurfacing facials, because I do have some scarring, especially on my cheeks. So hopefully that will take care of that. But I'm just like so much more happy. If there's something you don't like, just fix it. I feel like, you know, yeah, money can't buy happiness when it comes to extra things. Obviously not, you know, the basic things that we need for survival. I think actually Charles Gross said it in a TikTok, like, oh, money can't buy happiness, in the sense of like luxury, like extra things. It's just like fun and it's not necessary. You don't need that to survive or to be, you know, your best self. But bitch, it's fucking fun. And especially something like that, like I would literally wake up and just cry because my skin was like so bad. Yeah, okay, love yourself, bitch. I love myself, so I'm gonna go on it, you know? So if you're thinking of going on it, just really make sure that you do your research and have tried literally everything else. A lot of times if you go to the dermatologist, I remember when I first went when I was like 13, prescribe like a medicated face wash. It literally made my skin peel. I had to go to school with my face fucking peeling. And like a retin-A gel. I also went on the antibiotics. Bitch, that doesn't do anything. Like, it's just gonna come back after you stop taking them, usually. I went to acupuncture, like I changed my diet, I was getting regular facials, changed my skincare. Nothing worked except Accutane. So now I'm just doing half a lash. I just find with my eye shape, it's very curved. So sometimes if I put on a full lash, it depends on the lash, but sometimes it just makes my eyes like very like compressed. But I want, like they're round, you know? So I want them to like be accentuated. So if you have any questions, let me know. I don't really know what I would talk about in a full video. I don't know, I have blackheads now and sometimes I get an occasional pimple, but it was well worth it. Half a lash. Some people on TikTok, you know, angle them up and whatnot. I find that this just looks the most natural to just put it on your lash line like you normally would. So I'm gonna wait for this to dry and I'll BRB. So I put on mascara and I do just a tiny line of liquid liner just to blend it, because otherwise sometimes it's like you can see that chunk. Yeah. So now for my lips, I just love any brown lip liner. I'm just gonna go like not all the way down, but just kind of the sides. Kind of the Cupid's bow. Then we're gonna blend just for like a little bit of like contour, you know? And then this is a lip enhancer conditioning lip treatment. So basically like a clear gloss. And that's it, bitch. So obviously this kind of changes depending on what I need. Sometimes I need more coverage. Sometimes this is a little too greasy for me. But this is kind of just the basics, like what's changed. You hear that crunch? You know it's gonna stay. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to check out Dossier. And let me know your thoughts on anything that I discussed today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.